Hi, it's Angie. I've been home less than 2 weeks from Tijuana, Mexico at Dr. Bergman's clinic, and I want to share more information that I learned there before I forget. Now, one of the things is a simple exercise I've posted in our Facebook group before, the Natural Health Library on Facebook, and it's using an elastic band. Now, if you tell Dr. Bergman when you're in his office that I think I have carpal tunnel syndrome, he does some things with your arm that hurt. And tests the strength, and I forget how he does it all, but then he hands you a handful of elastics. These, I think he said number 4 or number 5 elastics, I'm not really sure, but he gives you a handful of them. So you'll have them. And I've seen this exercise. You start, it's falling off me. You start like this, and then you open up into a claw, and then you go down, and then into a claw. I don't have the best range of motion. I have arthritic knuckles in a couple places. It doesn't usually do that to me. It doesn't fall off because I don't go back. I don't go as small. I keep it a little bit tense so it doesn't fall off. But the key is I've seen Dr. Bergman teach several of his patients how to do this too, not just me. So it was interesting because one guy walked in and one of the first things Dr. Bergman said to him was, "You go to the gym," because he could tell he works out. He was in good shape, and he told him about this exercise for carpal tunnel syndrome or any kind of, I think, tennis elbow or anything that goes on in here. I think it's good for everybody to do. He said, "So you're going to feel this. Look at this little elastic." And he told them to put it on, and he had them doing this. And one of the things that a lot of the patients have a hard time doing is keeping the pinky bent when they make the claw. And even in the picture that I posted in our group before of somebody doing this exercise, the pinky was straightened out. It wasn't the best picture. It should be more like this, right? So all the fingers are curled, and that guy had a hard time with that. And the reason Dr. Bergman mentioned about the gym too was because he knew that even though the guy was used to lifting some pretty heavy weights, he could really feel this, and I can feel it. So you can see in my tendons. It's very good for the wrist. So, and then the other hand. This hand gets the shakes when I do it sometimes. It's my weaker hand, but I think I'm getting better at it now. But anyway, so I posted this before. I've tried it before, although I don't think I had the right perfect size of elastic like I do now. But I didn't give it long enough. Things like this, curl, need to be done every single day, all the time. Like I'm doing at least 30 per hand each day right now. There's a lot of little exercises. My thumb isn't curling up right. I think it's going to fall off. There, that's better. So he straightens them all out and then curls them all up. See, I told you I'd get the shakes. Straight, and then bring them out. So do that at least 30 times a day, or say do it 20 times, a couple times a day, or whatever you can get into. But I've seen some testimonies by his patients that have been going to him for a few years, and I've met some of those people at the clinic. I spent a lot of time at that clinic during those 6 weeks. If you don't know, I fractured my patella. It's my kneecap when I was there, so that kept me in the clinic all day because I couldn't get around without a wheelchair and that for at least 2 or 3 weeks. And so on. But this is about this exercise. So it's about consistency. Oh yes, about the testimony. The testimonies say things like those silly little exercises with the elastics and some of the other ones they mentioned for the neck and all that. They said that they actually do work. But this is a testimony after 2 or 4 years of doing this stuff. So hopefully we're all going to be here in 2 or 4 or 5 or 10 years. So we're either going to be healthy and have healthy nerve supply to all our important body parts, or be sicker or dead. So I'm going to choose to do that. My carpal tunnel syndrome, I hate that way of saying I don't want to own any such thing, but carpal tunnel syndrome symptoms I have experienced in the past are almost gone anyway. And they usually are gone. But I didn't have my vibration platform when I was in Mexico. I wasn't doing these consistently in Mexico or since I got home, but I'm doing them more now. So do them. It's just one other thing. Like you can do it while you're watching TV, while you're watching a video, while you're talking to somebody, while you're on the phone. You can do it anytime. It's just a matter of thinking about it. You could do it while you're sitting in traffic. I wouldn't suggest doing it while you're driving, but it's just one important thing. And these things really do work. There's a lot of different things that can help people. But the reason people say, I've tried everything, nothing works for me. Well, there's a couple different reasons why that didn't work out for them. Just saying that, putting that energy out there that nothing works for me. Well, you say that enough and guarantee it'll come true. But also, so I've tried this for a couple weeks. Nothing works. Throw it away. Give it a chance. Do it for a year. Do it for 2 years. It's not going to hurt you. You can tell when you're doing it that it's doing you good. I just thought of something. If that gets too easy, then you could put 2 elastics. That's 2 elastics. I'm not ready for 2 elastics, but I'm just saying you could. You could, and there's things you can buy. Like I have things that put your finger through a loop in each one. Kind of a loop thing. And then do this kind of thing. I'd just go with the elastic. Why spend money on something you don't have to? You'd have 2. Once you get really feeling comfortable with it, you do 2 hands at the same time. 2 hands at that same time. Meanwhile, you could have other things going on at the same time. You might have your red light belt on or your knee brace like I've been using lately. Or you could do it while you're standing on the vibration platform. I think things like this can be tedious, but there's no reason why they have to be. I think you should multitask. Multitasking exercising is excellent. So think about that.